This week I am going to be working on my house again. I got a lot of stuff that's just cluttering up and I don't use it anymore. We're gonna start with the shelves behind me for the fact that there's a lot of stuff on here that we're just simply not using right now. We will use in the future, so I'm gonna put it in boxes and take it upstairs to our little storage area and replace what we don't use with the pile of stuff that we do use. So enjoy the reorganization video.
While I am organizing all of our homeschool stuff, I thought it would be a perfect time to talk to you guys about our homeschooling this year. Boy, has it been an absolute roller coaster this year. This year was my first year homeschooling. I have a kindergartner and a pre-K student, but what I am doing is actually homeschooling both of them at the same time with the same curriculum. I will tell you, it did not work out as planned. One kid is moving way faster than the other, which is perfectly okay. He is understanding the material and understanding everything that I'm teaching him, and he's super easy to honestly teach. My daughter, on the other hand, holy moly, sometimes I question if she's even listening to me half the time. I did have to switch the curriculum for her midway through this year, just math though, because the Good and the Beautiful math was moving way too fast and all over the place, it seems like, and she was just not grasping what I was teaching. My son, on the other hand, he gets it. So we'll be using the Good and the Beautiful math next year for him because he's liking it. But for my daughter, I had to do some research on master-based curriculums versus spiral curriculums, and she is doing really well now that we have switched to a master-based math. We have also tried several schedules, one of which being during nap time, doing them together, which it didn't really work for a while. And it was very frustrating. So then I switched to morning time for a little bit. And now that we've got speech therapy and OT therapy and things for my autistic son, it's kind of hard to do that in the morning. So now we have switched back to doing it during nap time, which now that they understand the concept of school, it's a lot easier than when it was when we first started. That's what I really like about homeschooling is you can tailor it to your family's needs, your family's schedule, and things like that. Homeschooling is very forgiving as long as your kids are understanding the material and learning what they need to be able to learn. Which I feel like my kiddos are. My kindergartner is starting to read 3-letter words along with the preschooler. She is starting to read and she just turned 5. Which I don't know many 5-year-olds that are going into quote unquote kindergarten, what she would be if she was going into public school, already reading. Now, I'm not saying there aren't any out there, but I feel like it's very rare for kids to go into kindergarten already knowing how to read and starting to learn how to read. And honestly, guys, I'm just so proud of myself. I never thought we would get to this point, especially in the beginning of the year. It was so frustrating in the beginning because I failed and did not teach them their alphabet. I mean, they knew their alphabet, but they did not know the letter sounds and letter recognition yet. So we spent the first 6 months of the year learning our alphabet, letter recognition, and letter sounds. And that, I feel like, was the most frustrating because they would get really confused on certain letters. Like my daughter, she liked the letter H. Everything said and was the letter H, even if it was the letter D. And let me tell you, I pulled out my hair a lot of days. But now that we've got a good schedule down and we've got good momentum going, it's getting a lot easier now that I know what I am doing. The thing I'm going to change this upcoming year is I am going to bring the twins into it as well. I found a cute little preschool curriculum for them. So I'm going to go ahead and get them started, even though they're only 3. They'll be 4 next year. But I feel like it's a good thing to go ahead and start them early because, children are little sponges. And if you teach them concepts early, I feel like it will be a lot easier later on when we start learning the hard stuff like reading and, addition, subtraction, and things like that. The other thing that I will be doing this upcoming homeschooling year is sitting down and planning out the whole 180 days of school. So that's not necessarily planning out our curriculum per se, but like definitely planning out when we're going to take breaks and, days that we're going to have off in the week and when we're going to take our spring break, whatever, things like that, because I did not do this year and I did not realize we will not hit our 180 days until the end of July, just because we took so much time off. We got sick a lot this year and I don't understand why. We have never been this sick this many times in a year, but either way. So we took a lot of days off. I was doing homeschooling only 3 days a week, which obviously adds more time at the end of the year, along with taking a week at a time off. So this year I plan on doing 3 weeks on, 1 week off. So like we have a week break at the end of the month, and that week I will use to plan out our curriculum and what lessons we're going to be doing for the next 3 weeks. I also think I'm going to keep it to where we are off on Wednesdays. Wednesdays, it seems to be our appointment days. And trying to do school along with running around with my head chopped off, getting people to appointments. It's almost impossible. I'm not going to say it is impossible, but it's almost there. It's almost impossible. And it's just too stressful. And then I'm getting stressed out trying to teach the kids and hurry through our lesson. And that's not very good for them. And that's not very good for me either. So I think that's going to be the plan. We're going to take a week off at the end of the month and a day during the week. Now, I will say that if we happen to get sick or something and we end up having to take a week off, the week at the end of the week will be our makeup week. And I feel like that's what's going to really work for us. Now that I've gotten all the kinks out of our homeschooling, I feel like this year is going to be pretty easygoing and pretty successful. We are still going to go with the good and the beautiful for both English and Jean's math. And then for Vivian, I think we're doing master curriculum for math. I'm getting master curriculum for the twins. And there was something else I was adding in. I wanted to do some like fun science units. And but they're from other curriculums. We got fire camp, I think it is, curriculum that I have some things that I have my eye on. I let the kids pick 2 things that they are interested in to learn about. So Jean picked mechanics, the skills of a mechanic. So I'm getting that from fire curriculum. And then Vivian wanted to learn about being a veterinarian. So I'm also going to get that from the fire camp curriculum. I think it's fire camp. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Anyway, so that's going to be their little elective and something fun that they will look forward to learning. Now, I will be doing English and math every day, but all the other, I consider them fun subjects like science and the extracurricular and things like that. Those are going to be either once a week or twice a week, depending on what our schedule is. But definitely math and English, which are the 2 most important things right now, will be an everyday thing of learning, everyday lesson. We will be doing a lesson every day with that. I am so excited for this new school year coming up. I will definitely say it's been a really fun journey homeschooling the kiddos. It's so fun watching them grow and watching them learn things from me, and it boosts your ego a little bit because you're like, I taught my kid that. I did that. That's something they learned from me. We went over this in school. Like, it's so fun, especially when my grandparents start quizzing them and they're like, what's 1 + 2? What's 2 + 2? And they know the answers like that. And it's like, yeah, I did that. I taught them that. And it's just, my heart is just so full. I am so glad I went with the decision to homeschool the way I'm homeschooling. Originally, we were going to go with an online school. And the more I looked into it and the more I really dug into what was expected of me, what was expected of my kids, there was no way it was going to work for us, because they had to be on the computer at a certain time of the day, no matter what, or they would miss class. And having 5 kids, and as busy as we are and as many things as we like to do, there was no way that was going to happen. There was absolutely no way we'd be able to have a set time. And here's the kicker. Even though they advertise as being flexible, they're not very flexible, because they choose the time for you. And if you want to choose a different time, you have to go through the board or whatever and request to have a different time. And then if there is space available in said different time that you are needing to be able to work for your family, is when you would be able to get it to change. So it was just something that wasn't going to work for me. And honestly, I was very intimidated by choosing the route that we did go. But I did not let the fear control me, and I just went ahead and did it. And boy, am I so thankful that I did, because it has been such a really nice journey. It's been tough, but it's been a really fun and nice journey. We're able to go on field trips whenever we want to. We are able to go do things whenever we want to. We can just say, hey, I don't feel like teaching today, or I don't feel like doing school today. Let's go to the park instead. And even those days are still considered schooling days, because they're still learning. Kids learn through play a lot. We like to go to the children's museum, and that is considered a school day. We'll go to the aquarium. That's considered a school day. So it's just, there's so much flexibility that comes with being able to homeschool that it will just blow your mind. And I'm so glad that I chose this route, because that other route of doing the K-12 program or whatever I was looking into, it wouldn't have worked for us. And it would have probably been a really, really big headache. Even though maybe it would be nice to have a little help, because the kids could go and do their schooling by themselves while I'm taking care of other children. But either way, it's worth it. It's worth it. And I am, like I said, planning on getting the smaller kids involved this upcoming year. And I feel like things would really die down in the chaos level, because right now the chaotic level is really crazy. I'm trying to take care of all 5 kids while homeschooling 2 of them and keeping the little ones entertained while the older ones are doing their schoolwork. And it's honestly, it's been tough. It's a crazy experience, but I'm so happy I did it. And like I said, I'm so excited for the upcoming year. Now, this video was shot almost, I want to say 3 weeks ago, and I had every intention to edit and upload. But guys, I'm telling you, I have been swamped with things to do, laundry, and all the things. I know if you're a mom, you definitely know. So I'm trying to get content pushed out. Please be patient with me. I also was supposed to organize some more things for this video other than the 2 shelves in the living room, but that did not happen. I still have not organized anything else, which I really need to. I need to just get up and do it. But we've been so busy, and we got sick again. Well, I got sick again. Everybody else stayed okay. I was down for 2 days. And gosh, if you know, when mom goes down, the house goes down with her. So I'm spending time catching back up on laundry and everything else. And it's just, it has been a crazy ride. This year has been really crazy. So I hope to see you guys in the next video whenever I am able to post again. Just keep an eye on some shorts. I have been uploading shorts a lot more often just because they are easier to edit and get uploaded than the longer videos. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see some more Stay at Home Mom of 5 chaos content. I post a little bit of everything: cooking, homeschooling, daily vlogs. If you can think of it, I probably have posted it. And I will see you guys next week.
That is enough organizing for today. I did a great job on this. It looks so much better, and we now can access everything that we actually use on a daily. And the rest of this stuff that we're not quite ready to use yet, we'll go upstairs and be ready for when we need it.